Why was my teenage daughter suddenly obsessed with learning Spanish? My 16-year-old Valentina had never shown interest in languages. She barely passed English class and once told me learning foreign languages was pointless torture designed by sadistic teachers. But exactly 3 weeks ago, everything changed overnight. She started going crazy about learning Spanish with books and Duolingo. "Since when do you care about Spanish?" I asked over dinner Tuesday night, watching her scribble verb conjugations on napkins between bites of pasta. "College applications look way better with a second language, Dad. Yale and Harvard basically require it now," she said, completely avoiding eye contact and fidgeting with her fork nervously. Fair enough reasoning, but then incredibly weird things started happening that made zero sense. I heard her having full conversations on the phone in absolutely perfect Spanish. Not broken beginner Spanish with grammar mistakes, fluent, rapid-fire native-level Spanish with complex slang and regional accents, the kind you definitely don't learn from Duolingo in 3 weeks. I secretly checked her browser history expecting tons of language-learning websites and online Spanish courses. Absolutely nothing. Just regular teenage stuff. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, makeup tutorials, Amazon shopping, no Duolingo progress, no Spanish websites, no online classes anywhere. One morning around 7 a.m., I heard Valentina on FaceTime speaking to someone in incredibly rapid Spanish, laughing hysterically and using slang expressions I didn't recognize. When she suddenly noticed me standing in the doorway with my coffee, she immediately switched to awkward English. "Okay, talk to you later about the, homework assignment we discussed." The person on the other end very clearly said, "Te amo muchísimo, mi amor," before she frantically hung up. "Who exactly was that?" I asked as casually as possible. "Just my Spanish study group," she mumbled, her face turning bright red. "We practice conversations together for authenticity. Study groups definitely don't end with 'I love you so much, my love.'" I started paying much closer attention to everything. Valentina would mysteriously disappear for 3 to 4 hours claiming Spanish club meetings at Jefferson High. But when I called the main office pretending to ask about pickup times, they said Spanish club had been permanently canceled all semester due to complete lack of student interest. Last Tuesday afternoon, a fancy package arrived specifically addressed to Valentina Rodriguez, not her real last name. Inside was a gorgeous silver necklace with Mi Corazón Eterno engraved on an expensive heart-shaped pendant. Real silver, professional craftsmanship, probably $300 minimum. "Secret admirer sending jewelry now?" I teased, carefully examining the intricate Spanish engraving. She defensively grabbed the entire package. "It's actually a gift to myself, Dad, for reaching my Spanish learning goals. Positive reinforcement techniques, you know? Right, teenagers definitely buy themselves $300 romantic jewelry and engrave Spanish love phrases." Yesterday evening around 9 p.m., I heard Valentina crying loudly on the phone in her bedroom. Her door was slightly cracked open, and her emotional voice carried directly down the hallway. "I absolutely can't keep lying to him about you anymore. He's going to find out eventually, and when he does," then she immediately switched to rapid, fluent Spanish. "Sí, te amo también, but this situation is getting completely impossible. My father is starting to ask too many questions about everything." My blood ran completely cold. I pressed closer to her door. "He actually thinks I'm learning Spanish for college applications. If he discovers I've been completely fluent since 8th grade, if he finds out about us, about why I originally learned your language," so that's when everything clicked into place like a terrifying puzzle. My daughter isn't learning Spanish at all. She's been completely fluent this entire time, desperately hiding a serious romantic relationship with someone who exclusively speaks Spanish, someone she secretly learned an entire language for years ago, someone she's been seeing for months, someone old enough to buy expensive jewelry, someone who calls her mi amor, someone she's desperately in love with. I confronted Emma the next morning. After tears and panic, she finally confessed everything. She'd been secretly dating Carlos, her 17-year-old exchange student friend from Madrid who moved here 2 years ago. She learned Spanish in middle school specifically to talk to him when he arrived knowing zero English. They've been together 8 months, but she was terrified I'd think he was too old or disapprove of her dating someone from a different culture. When I met Carlos last week, he turned out to be the sweetest, most respectful kid imaginable. They're still together and he comes over for family dinners now.